One more thing. Hold on. Okay. Alrighty. Let's start. This is going to be a very exciting class because I'm sure Georgina is going to walk in the middle of it. So let's start breathing. Big inhale, open up, lift up, reach up, and then exhale. Just release, letting yourself come down to the ground. Inhale, big breath in, fill up, expand, open, and then exhale, let it go. Two more. Inhale, open, reach, lift and open, heart, chest, and lungs open. You can bend your knees, drop your head down, relax your spine if you're ready for that or not. Inhale, lift, arch, and open. Exhale, take it down. I said two more, but let's do a few more. So you don't need to be going for your biggest hamstring stretch when you go down, but bend your knees, let your head and neck release, let your head really drop down. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, take it down, stay down there, shift from side to side, bend your knees, let your spine free up. Head, tail, freedom. And then come into center and roll it all the way up your spine. And let's do an internal external rotation. So turning out and turning in with a cat-cow. So arching and curling, rounding your spine. Spiral out, arms and legs, spiral in. Open it up, bring it in, open, closed, opening, breathing. Exhale everything out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, two more. Open, close the front, open, and relax. Shake it all out. Shake and bounce. So giving the tissue in your body the capacity to be more bouncy by bouncing, right? More resilience from bouncing. If we don't do anything where we get this kind of bounce, then our body is not accustomed to that. And if we do, it's much more difficult. So shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, let it go. And let's take our hands on our hips, big circles with your pelvis. And go the other way. Feeling your weight shift from leg to leg and getting right up into that hip socket. So top of your femur head in the hip socket. And then let's take it into up and down. You're going to press up, lower your heels, bend your knees, and stretch. Press, lower, bend, stretch, press, lower, bend, stretch, press, lower, bend, stretch, push, lower, bend, and stretch. Head stacked on top of your rib cage, on top of your pelvis. So feeling your alignment in the vertical. And you're up on top of your feet, over your ankles. Yeah, I was watching, I was out the other night and I was watching a man play guitar. It was like probably like in his 60s. And he was a good guitarist and he was a good, like he had a pretty good singer, but there was so much tension in his body and his head was craning forward. And it was like, I was like, wow, it's uncomfortable just looking at you. So try to align yourself up where your body's in alignment. It's not craning forward. That's very much part of our culture where everything is reaching into the forward space. Feel your head, especially back here. Let's just do this for right now, just because I'm talking about this. Take your hands right on your occipital joint, where your cranium is joining onto your neck, and then just push back into your hands. So you're going to take your head back, taking it back. I feel like for most of the people in my actual class, the people I know in my Zoom class are like, I don't think you guys have this problem very much, but it's just something to be aware of. Just taking your hands, pushing back into your hands with your head. So you're feeling that extension of the back and letting your chest open a little bit as you push back. So I'm going to take it even further and just open up my chest. Opening, 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 opening. So feeling that as we're standing, we have our pelvis, our rib cage, and our cranium in alignment. There's not one that's somewhere else, right? We're not walking around like this. That's my mom does that too. She starts walking and she's like, I'm like, what are we? Are we skating here? I'm like, get on top, get into alignment. But she likes to do that. She likes to walk leaning forward with her hands behind her. So feel into what your body's doing on a regular basis. Like, oh, pay attention, check back in, look at the people you're walking with and give them feedback. Like, you're kind of leaning forward, get it into alignment. And it's not like we're supposed to be all perfect, but we do want to be stacked up so our body isn't having these extra pulls in different directions that aren't serving us. Like it doesn't serve our brains, our hearts, and our guts to be out of alignment. All right, having said that, let's move so that we can feel it a bit more. Arms up over your head, stretching from side to side. Oh, yeah. Looking at tension in other people's bodies. It's not to say I don't have any of my own. I certainly do. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. But the more we can shake and bounce, the less we can hold, right? Shaking it out, moving around, letting go, letting the tissue enliven, getting vitality through movement. And let's do the twists. Take these easy, Linda, if it hurts to twist. The thing you can do is really take your pelvis with you and flex your foot so that it's not so much of a twist. That is more of a sort of Qigong version. But for right now, I want to get the bigger twist in my body because it feels good to me. So I am not shifting my weight. I'm staying right in the center. And then come back into center. Round your spine, bend your knees, take it down to the floor, and then roll it back up, coming up the middle. Let's take the chest up to the ceiling. Just reach your arms up, and then drop, round down, and then roll it back up through your spine. Let's open, lift, sort of how we started, but getting this lift in the front of the body. Open it out, round your spine, take it down, bend your knees, or not. If you feel like you're ready to stretch those hamstrings, go for it, but maybe a little bit more movement. Last one, taking it down. And then bringing it back up. Let's open wide and we'll do crossbody movement, elbow to knee. Big shift of weight from side to side. And then taking it to the back, reaching into the back space with your arm and your leg. Tall people sometimes have that lean forward also when people are kind of living higher than everybody else and they have to kind of crane down to be in the world with the other people sometimes, or they're trying to be shorter. Take up all your height, whether you're short or tall. Let's go back to the front. This time you're going to touch your hand to your ankle. I'm still bending my knees, but I'm just reaching further across. Good. And let's take it down to the floor. Grab your weights so that you have them nearby. If you have a block, grab that. Taking it down, sitting cross-legged. Just circle pelvis, rib cage, and head. So as you're circling kind of around the top, let your body move in a way that feels good. Like we're not trying to, like we don't need to stay rigid and locked into alignment when we're in movement. We can let it move, let the relationships between our head, our ribs, and our pelvis shift around, change direction so that we're not locking in a whole bunch of tension in the way that we hold the pattern. So one thing that we talk about in Laban movement analysis is that alignment is dynamic. It's shifting and changing. It's not like a rigid thing where we hold it all together, but there's like this adjustment at all times, dynamic alignment. So posture isn't a rigid thing, it's a moving thing. Let's come, and it is because there's movement within our bodies at all times and often on the outside too. Open it up, stretching side to side. And then you're going to circle the whole way around, take it to the side, reaching forward, head away from your tail, and open it up. And then coming up, changing legs. So non-dominant leg goes in front. We're going to, let's just do the circles one more time. Circling around. Pelvis, cranium, rib cage. Some people like to call it a rib basket. Change direction. The thing about like words like bowl and cranium and column is that they're not like organic body living words. They're kind of architectural, or like uh, a bowl or a cage. Maybe not the best way of thinking about parts of our body. All right, let's go side to side. We are organic living material, fluids and fibers. Well, actually, one of the guys that a guy that I have followed who's a was a surgeon, um, and then became like much more interested in biotensegrity. Oh God, what's his name? I can't remember. But he's like, inside our body, it's all emulsions, colloids, and foams. So it's all like kind of bubbly, wet stuff circling around. He was an orthopedic surgeon, and then he kind of had this realization that inside of our body we are these systems of tensegrity, and everything is completely interconnected with everything else. And it was a huge revelation for him. And then he's like teaching this stuff, and it's like, and like all the Laban people are like, yeah, we know. That's the way we view the body. Take it forward and down and shift from side to side. And coming up. And let's come onto our backs. Taking your knees in towards you, circles with your knees, lubricating at that hip socket, letting this move your lower back so that your sacrum's getting a little massage up and down, and change direction. I've said this before, but if you have any interest in knowing the interior, what it's like, there's a beautiful film by Jean-Claude Gimbertau, who is like a fascia person in France. And it's called Strolling Under the Skin. And you can find it on YouTube. It's really interesting to look at how things are connected. And it's that particular movie has a very poetic way of talking about the body, dropping from side to side. We are not machines. We are not made of metal. We are organic, and we are made of primarily water. Especially the younger we are, the more fluid we are. Another one of my teachers, Liz Cook, the woman who wrote a bunch of books about the psoas, stalking wild psoas. Take it deeper, going across if that feels okay. If it hurts to twist, take your whole body with you and roll from side to side. But she will say, or she has said, we don't have to, we're all going to age. We can't stop aging, but we can keep our tissues hydrated. And tissue hydration comes through movement, through awareness, through diet, drinking enough water. But it's not like, oh, if I drink enough water, it means my tissue will be well hydrated. We got to move to get the hydration to move through our bodies. All right, let's bring it in, warm up our backs and hamstrings. Inhale, pressing up, and exhale, coming down. Inhale, arms and pelvis up. Exhale, folding the hips to come down. So right now, I'm not rolling through my spine. I'm just folding and unfolding in the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Leave your hands on the ground. Lift your pelvis, circles with your hips, circling around. Hey, Georgina, change direction. Yeah, I have a mat in here for you. And then come in. Let's take our hands, interlace behind your butt if possible. Walk your shoulders closer together. You're going to inhale, knees wide. Exhale, close them in. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, pelvis is kind of bobbing up and down a little bit, but we're pushing with the back of our body. We're using our hamstrings and our glutes and our backs to press up. Getting the tissue in your quads, in your hamstrings, inner and outer thighs to move against the other layers of tissue in there. Knees all the way touching. Hello. And then come in, lift up. We're going to go heels off the floor and heels down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up, down, up, down. Oh, is that a onesie? Oh, that's pretty good though. Open it up, roll it down through your spine, come all the way in, do whatever you gotta do to warm up. And legs up in the air, shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. And you can also go in and say hi to the people if you want. Hello. Happy baby pose. Be happy in your baby pose. Wiggle around, bend one knee, bend the other, massage out your back. And then let's take the arms and legs up, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Loose and easy. You're going to hit out the back of your calves. Knees are bent, just give them a little bang. Thinking of like a water drop dropping in, how it affects the whole pond. Same thing in your calves. And then a little whack down the front. Okay, let's grab a set of weights. I have two, so you can have one. Don't drop them on your face. And you're going to take your pigeon-toed knock knees position in your legs, holding your weights in both hands, circling around. If you don't have weights, no worries. You can do this without weights. The weights just give you more information and a little bit more work in the tissues. So using weights is good for building resilience in your tissues, like in your bones, in your fascia. But yeah. Hi, Peapod. And change direction other way. Inhale, open, exhale, close. And then come in, legs parallel, grab your weights in each hand, take your hands up, just internal and external rotation. Spiraling in, spiraling out. Let that spiral move through your arm, into your rotator cuff, into your scapula. So your shoulders can be moving up and down on your back, feeling your scapula, also known as your shoulder blade, moving. And then taking, so it's not to get a burn, it's just to get movement in the tissue. And to build bone density, we want the load, the force to be sometimes pushing into the bone, sometimes pulling away from the bone. It's the same with the fascia. Like we want it to be very three-dimensional and that the load bearing is sometimes a pull and sometimes a push. So let's do this just opening out. You're going to fold it in, open out, and bring it up. Open, fold, open, up, open, fold, open, up. And again, I'm not going for any huge burn here. I'm just going for movement and information to give a little bit more density, but not going for like the big burn, the massive build. It's just small and steady. Four more. Three, two, last one. And if it ever becomes too much with your weights, just get rid of your weights. Taking your arms up, you're going to Draw your arms towards your shoulder, up and then down. Up over your head and then down by your hips. Up, and again, you can get rid of the weight at any time. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Last one, up and get rid of your weights. I'm going to turn my head around. Hello. Move my thing over a little bit. All right, so we're going to do another abs and legs together. Abs, legs, hips. You're going to have one leg in, one leg out, switching 1, 2, 3, and then circle your legs out and away with a flex. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, flex and open. Point, 2, 3, flex, open, point, 2, 3, flex, open. You can always drop your head to the floor. 2, 3, flex, open, point, 2, 3, flex, open, point, 2, 3, open. Last one. Open it up, fold it in. Open your feet wider than your sticky mat. Internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in, twist. Let this massage out your hip and your back. And stretch the front of your quad. So lengthening through one quad. You can hook and take it deeper if you want, or not, really up to you. Always make the workout work for you in your body. Couple more times, just evening yourself out. And then coming back in, we're going to take our hands down by our sides, pelvis up again. This time, walk your feet a little further away. You want your hips right between your shoulders and your knees, but feet are far away from you. And we're going to pull forward and backward on the diagonal, feeling your hamstrings firing up. If you need to come down, if you start to cramp, just come down, relax for a second. I'm going to go for about 10 to 15 pulses with my feet on the floor. And then I'm going to flex and do it. It's going to be easier it's way easier for me if my feet are flexed. Another set of 10 to 15 pulses. And then release and come all the way down. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Jiggle your calves, jiggle your butt, jiggle your hamstrings. Jellify your body. Get like jello. Loose and relaxed, jiggly. And then we're going to come up again. Still feet are far away from you. You're going to flex your feet and you're just going to take a little march. One heel up and then the other. Up and down. Flex feet, bent knees, push the floor away. Hamstrings and back body working. Knees are going to stay bent on top. If it's too much, relax and come down. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and relax. Come down, shake it all out, shake it all out, shake it all out. And happy baby again. Roll around, release and melt. So Georgina and I are both doing center claws today. We are fire ants, and we are we're going to be dancing to Adam and the Ants, ant music. And we have like somewhere a mixture between Adam ant and a fire ant and what else? Where are the women who wear all those petticoats from?
Bolivia and Peru. Dressed with the top hats.
Yeah, the women that wear like the mountain living women living in Peru, Bolivia, and they wear a top hat and lots of petticoats. We look a little bit like that, somewhere between that and Adam ant. Grab your ankle and circles. And change direction. What do the guys wear?
The suit.
A suit. Right. So it's very Spanish. Yeah. Yeah. And release, shake it out, switch it to the other side, make a cuff, grab on, pull, circle your ankle. And change direction. And then release, shake it all out, shake it all out, shake it all out. Take nose to knees and then stretch away from center. Pull it into a ball. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Stretch it out. Exhale, close. If you want to, you can bring this up. I haven't done these in forever. But it was at pole class yesterday, doing something kind of like this. Last one. Roll yourself back and forth, rounding through your spine. If it feels okay and you want to take it into standing, you can. If you want to hang out in your plow, go for it. You can also just come up and over, massaging out your back. Last one. And come onto your butt. And we're just going to do a mobility. It's good for your hips. Rolling from side to side, just massaging across your booty. Then you're going to take it down, knee behind, lift and open, down to the floor, push the floor away, open it up, paint the rainbow. Good. And let's let one take you all the way around. Keep circling around and come onto hands and knees. All fours. Let's go with opposite arm to leg. So it's going to be out on the diagonal. Bring elbow to knee, reach it out and come down, changing. Out, in, out, down, out, in, out, down, out, in, out, down, out, in. Long body, long arms and legs, stretching away from center. Keep breathing. Last set, both sides. And we'll open the hands a little bit wider than your sticky mat, chest to the floor. And change direction. And then come in, going over the back of your hands, just making little monkey fists. And child's pose, relax, breathe and melt, wiggle around. And let's take it forward into a forearm plank, reaching out through your legs, pushing forward and backward, head forward, heels back. And then drop your pelvis down to the floor. Bend your knees, let your legs fall from side to side. If you want to, you can do a circle around, massaging through the front of your quads, releasing in the hips and lower back. Go one way, go the other way. And then curl your toes under and drop your head onto your hands and just push up and down. Relax as much as you can, soften, melt, breathing into your body, sending bouncy energy into your tissue. So elastic resilience in your tissues. And then tops of the feet on the floor. You're gonna take your hands next to your chest. You're gonna come up, look to the right, lift up, look to the left, and then head toward the floor. So it's like a little upper body circle. Is Gaylord over there? Oh no, it's Peapod. Peapod is observing. Change direction after you've done 3 or 4, go the other way. And then hands next to your chest, straight up the middle. Let's go up and down 4 or 5 times. If you want to go up to the top and bend your knees at some point, go for it. And then take it back, child's pose. Breathe and melt. Peapod. Peapod. And take it forward, elbows and knees. Let's do a cat-cow there. You're going to curl your toes under in the arch, and then tops of the feet to the floor in the curl. Toes curl under in the arch. Toes down for the curl. And then you can circle your head and your tail. Whatever that means to you. Change direction, go the other way. And come in. And let's take it to let's take it onto our sides. Coming down onto your side. We're gonna go with legs straight down below you, flex foot, low leg parallel, flex going 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out, flex foot low, 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in, heel up, toes down. Flex 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax for a second. Just Peapods. That's gonna go under. Maybe, maybe not. When we can get it out if it does. Let's flex and kick up behind your shoulder and point down for 8. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And then you're going to either cross behind you or in front. You can go in front and grab if you want. Bottom leg is going to go straight down below you. Flex, pulsing up parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex, heels up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax, lower it down. Bend both knees, just give yourself a shake, whatever you need to do, release and soften. And let's just open up into a big, onto your back, into a big straddle, let your inner thigh stretch out, breathe into it. Let's roll around, let that massage out your back. Oh, excuse me. Did I? Kitty Pilates. And let's go roll around onto the other side, just starting the whole thing. We'll stretch your hips afterwards. Kitty Pilates. Legs are straight down below you, starting flexed, parallel, 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in, flex foot, 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed tippy toes, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax for a second. And flex foot. We're gonna kick up and down for 8. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not at all distracting. 6, 7, 8. Good. And you're going to bring your leg in front of you or behind you, either here or here, either way. Bottom leg, flex foot, parallel, straight down below you. 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4 tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax it down and release. Onto your back. Open it up. Wiggle around, free it up, let it go. And then let's cross one ankle over the other knee. We'll just do both sides, drawing it in. If you want to straighten the bottom leg, go for it. Breathe into it. Good girl. Peapod is very engaged playing with it, with Georgina's hair clips. And release, switch it to the other side, same thing. Breathe. And then release, shake it out, let it go. Let's just roll onto one side. So just a bug roll. I see, where is it? Here it is. A bug roll from side to side with your knees and elbows bent, organizing your body so that one half moves and then the other half moves. So sort of a right versus left exercise. Melting into the floor, really yielding into the floor, pouring your body from side to side. And then you can open up through the middle, stretch away from center and fold it in. Oops, hit the Peapod in the middle of that. Open and close. She was doing pretty good about like really going through around the perimeter of the room to avoid anything. Open, and here she comes again. You just see the little stumpy Manx tail. Good. And let's flip over again onto your bellies on your mat. Opposite arm to leg. Inhale up, exhale down, using your breath. Lift and lower. Breath takes you up and down. Good. Come in, curl your toes under, drop your head on your hand, release, melt, soften, jiggle. We're gonna do just a set of tricep push-ups. So I'm gonna leave my knees bent, have my hands next to my chest, and just pressing up and down for 10. You got that injury. So feel free to do something different if you need to. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come up and relax. Let's do this knee thing. So you're going to, if you can, sit here. For a long time, I couldn't sit like this. And now I can, but only for limited periods of time. So you're gonna just press up, coming up, and then lowering heels towards your sit bones towards your heels, up and taking it down. And if you need to, you can lean forward with that. And if you want to make it harder, you can try leaning back with it. I can't go that far with that. I feel like at one point in my life, I could lean most of the way back. I could go all the way back. I don't know if I could have come back up. And now if I'm on the floor, I can be there in that position, but getting there is, hello. Yeah, try to take your pelvis with you. Hinge it. What's that? Yeah. And we're going to change it. You're going to come up, curl your toes under, see if you can take it back into a squat. Take it forward again and press it up, taking it back. You can also come into a forward fold here. Or you can skip it entirely. I feel like some of this stuff like really helped me rehab my knee from the pes anserine bursitis. What's that? Yeah. Just don't go very far with it, but give it like enough. Good. Relax. Let's let go of that. And come onto your butt. Let me just check the time. Oh, yeah, we're going to be over in just a minute. Wait, why did it do that? I don't get it. Oh, well. Open up into a straddle. Hands behind your head. Costume fix. Elbows to the floor, going up and down. Exhale down, inhale up. And we're going to change it on the next one. Take it down, stretch out your arms, open it up, fold it. Take it down, reach it out, open, fold. Down, reach, open, fold, down, reach, open. This is a good one for pole dancers. Like we end up getting in these weird positions, and I feel like this is exactly the type of thing that you need to be doing for your organs and your muscles to be able to handle those positions. Last one. And then you can put your soles of your feet together or not, taking it forward and down. So either butterfly or straddle. Breathe. And then push the floor away and come up. Bring your legs together. Give them a bang up and down. Rotate in and out. Forward fold. Here comes Gaylord. Let's cross one foot over the knee and spiral. And then change it to the other side. And then come in, slide your feet underneath you. Take your butt up to the ceiling. Let your head hang down. In your forward fold, shift your weight forwards, shift your weight backwards. If you want to do the hands under your feet thing, go for it. Don't shift a whole lot on that. I feel like you could actually tumble forward here. And then bend your knees and slowly roll it up through your spine, coming all the way up to the top. And inhale, open, stretch it out, reaching out into space. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Last one, deep breath in. Open it up and exhale, let it go. All right, people in TV land, if you made it through, bravo.